Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mina and this is going to be another reading vlog. I am currently reading this book that I got, I think it was last week. So the book that I am currently reading is Stranger in the Lake, and this is a new thriller that just came out. I believe it was like June 9th, and I pre-ordered this one and it came to me sometime last week. I started reading it. I'm about 50 pages in, and this is a thriller about a woman who recently gets married to a widower. His wife died, I don't know how long ago, maybe like a year or two before, and she had a mysterious accident drowning in the lake in their home. So they live on this really expensive, wealthy property. Basically, their backyard is a giant lake. So this new character, Charlotte, who is our main character, we're following her perspective, and she is recently married to this guy, and one day she ends up finding the body of another woman in that same lake where her husband's previous wife was found dead. So it sounds really interesting. It sounds exactly like my type of thriller. It sounds really mysterious, really creepy. Again, it has that same thriller trope that I absolutely love, which is that mysterious and creepy lake vibe. So I'm really excited to see where this one goes. I do have to say, having read the first 50 pages, it is quite a slow burn type thriller. We did find the woman's dead body pretty early on, so you know that kind of sets up the story, but we get a lot of backstory about our main character, what her life was like, what her family was like, and we also get a little bit of backstory on some of the other people who live in this small town. So like I said, there's a lot of like character building and setting building because we are in a very small town where everybody knows each other's name. So we are getting a lot of setup, which I do appreciate. I just am hoping that there are a lot of twists and turns in this one. And one thing that I have to say that I automatically do not like, or I guess that I wasn't really expecting, is that this book takes place in the winter. So I don't know, for some reason I was expecting it to take place in like the summer months. I heard lake and I automatically thought of like warm weather, summer camp kind of vibes, which is what I was looking for. And usually when I'm reading books or thrillers in the summer, I want to read books that also take place in that season. So it was a little bit of a letdown to hear them talk about like snow and cold weather and like wearing jackets and stuff. I'm a very like mood type reader, so I like to experience the same kind of atmosphere and like environment that I'm reading about, if that makes any sense at all. So that was kind of disappointing for me. I do like the setting of this book though. I think the idea of a house sitting at the top of a lake, that kind of stuff really interests me because I think that's such a cool setting, and that's like someplace that I would like to like visit or to live even. So I really like that. So I am going to continue reading. I don't know how long it's going to take me to read this one. It's a little bit over 300 pages, so probably a couple of days, and I will check in with you guys later after I read another good chunk of this book.
Hi, babies. Hi. You sleepy? Yeah? You guys are so cute right now. So good. So calm. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. Go back to sleep. It's okay. I'm sorry.
So it is much later in the day. It is like after 8 right now, and I'm a little bit over 100 pages right now, and I wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update. I am planning on reading a little bit more tonight, probably to page 150, but I still feel the same way as I did when I read the first 50 pages of this book. I definitely feel like this is a slower burn thriller. There aren't too many like suspenseful or twist and turn type things happening right now, and I'm anticipating that those things will occur later on in the book. As I said before, there is a lot of setup. We are getting some backstory of the main character's husband and the friendships that he has with two other guys in the town. And we are also getting a little bit of information about the main character's relationship with her brother, which I'm wondering if that has a larger role in the plot or if it's just a way to, again, like build the main character's character and kind of just establish the types of familial relationships that she has. But I'm thinking that there might be like a bigger connection to the plot in some way, just because there is a lot of time spent describing her relationship to her brother and also like what happened with her parents and her family. Another thing that I wanted to mention is that I would recommend not reading the blurb of this book, the one that's like on the inside flap, just because, I don't know, I guess I didn't read the synopsis fully before I bought this book, so I was unaware of who the dead woman in the lake was, and they say it in the blurb. It's not like a huge reveal, but I think it would have been like more suspenseful and just a better plot device if they didn't reveal that on the inside cover. So yeah, I'm just kind of like going through it. It's a little bit slow right now, but I am enjoying it, and I definitely want to read another 50 pages by the end of tonight, and I will probably update you guys in the morning. I know I already filmed the kittens, but they're just so cute when they're sleeping. I need to document more of them, so I'm going to. Oh no, Yoda just woke up because he knocked over.
You just woke up, baby? Oh, you both woke up? Hi, baby. Hi, my little ninja.
They're so cute when they're sleepy. This is my sweater. Yeah.
You're so cute. And then my baby Yoda. Baby Yoda's not a baby anymore. He's getting so big.
He's turning away like, please, do not film me.
Say hi. Say hi, Yoda.
That's his hi.
Say hi, Ninja.
He did the same thing. They really are brothers.
You guys are so cute.
Look at his little paw. Like, I can't even deal right now. I just want to squeeze him. I literally cannot deal. I want to hold him like a baby and like just rock him. Look at this little baby. You like her intro?
And this is a video that I've been wanting to do for a very long time, as I've been getting more into horror books recently. But I feel like I finally read enough horror that I can actually compile a list of some of my favorites together to recommend. And maybe you can pile some of these up and save them for the fall time and for like...
So it is the next day right now. As you guys can tell, I'm in the car, which could only mean one thing. I am going to my parents' house. I go to my parents' house like once or twice a week, and I feel like every time I film is like the day that I go to their house. But I did read a little bit more of Stranger in the Lake, and I wanted to update you guys. I also, of course, have my Starbucks right here. I didn't get a cold brew today, which is like a huge shocker. I was kind of in the mood for something a little bit like richer and creamier, so I just got a latte with half and half and some pumps of vanilla. So it is pretty similar to the cold brew that I normally get, but this one is just like a lot creamier. Anyway, so I'm about 165 or so pages into Stranger in the Lake, and I don't really have too much to update for you guys. I feel like the same thoughts that I had for the first 100 or so pages yesterday, I still feel today. It's definitely a slow burn thriller. There's not a lot of like action happening, and it's not a detective point of view, so we really are only getting the perspective of our main character, Charlotte, and then we get some flashbacks, as I said yesterday, to her husband's past, talking about like his relationship with two of his best friends. I am enjoying it still so far, and I think there was like one thing that I did want to mention that kind of bothers me, I guess, is some of the actions and passiveness, I guess, that the main character has. I did tell you guys that she is a newlywed, so she's definitely like head over heels in love with her husband, and I totally get that. However, I just feel like there's a lot of things that she excuses him for that makes her seem a little bit unrealistic, and I don't know if like these are things that people would actually like do in real life, or if it's just like a default thriller character kind of of move because we need like the plot to happen. I'm just gonna give you guys an example. This isn't really a spoiler, but I guess it's a possible spoiler. So if you don't want to know anything about this book, I would skip ahead to the next clip. But basically, after we found the woman's body in their lake, the main character's husband was like, okay, I need to go on this camping trip with my best friend. I need to find him and I'll be back in a few days. I will tell you everything when I get back. And it's just weird that the main character kind of just let it happen and she didn't really question. I mean, she was kind of like, no, like what's going on? What's happening? But once he said like, I'll tell you everything when I get back, she kind of just like let it rock. And I was like, I don't know if I necessarily would do that. Even if I'm in love with my husband, I wouldn't just let him go off during this really like crucial moment in our lives when they find a dead body in our backyard lake. I'm just kind of like wondering like what kind of choice that is that she's making, and it just seems like super unrealistic to me. But again, like I said, it's a thriller trope, so I'm not like too surprised. Thriller characters always make really stupid choices, really silly mistakes, and it helps move the plot along. So I can't really like blame the author for doing that. But yeah, that's kind of like a, I guess, annoying thing about what I've read so far. So I'm gonna go to my parents' house now, go for a little bit of a swim, and I'll do some more reading. I will check in with you guys later. So it is a lot later in the night. It's about 10 o'clock and I literally just got home from my parents' house. I was there for quite a while and I wanted to come on here and kind of unbox for you guys something that I just got in the mail today. It has nothing to do with books, so I hope that you guys are still interested, but it does have to do with Star Wars, which is kind of related to my channel because BookSkywalker. I ordered this on May the 4th from the Disney store and I'm just getting it now. It's funny because like the stress that it took for me to actually order and attain these items was insane. There was like a really crazy amount of like internet traffic on the Disney website on May the 4th because they were coming out with all of these like limited edition products. So I was able to pick them up. I don't even know if this is like all three of the things that I ordered because the box feels kind of light, but it's not. It's literally like one of them. But I guess I'll just show you guys the one that I have right now. It is a Star Wars mug. It's really special because it's limited edition and these Star Wars mugs feature the different planets in the Star Wars universe. It is the Dagobah Been There mug and this is what it looks like. It just has all of the different like icons and things that are associated with this planet. This is the planet in Empire Strikes Back where Luke goes to be trained by Yoda. This is like where he is in hiding. You can see that it says Dagobah over there. It's green because this is like a swampy type of planet and it has all of the different like swamp vines and stuff. There's Yoda. We have Yoda and Luke Vader because he has a vision of Vader in that scene. And there's two more that's supposed to come, so I'm supposed to get the Hoth planet mug and then also the Bespin planet mug. All of them are planets that are featured in Empire Strikes Back because it was the anniversary of that movie. I haven't read a whole lot of Stranger in the Lake, so I'm not going to update you guys with my thoughts right now. I will probably continue reading before I go to sleep. When I read another good chunk by tomorrow, I will come back on and update you guys with what's happening in the book. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay, so it is a couple of days days later. I have not updated you guys on this vlog, mainly because I've been kind of busy getting myself together for my summer class that I'm teaching, which starts tomorrow. So this past week I have been in meetings, I've been kind of preparing for that. So I did finish reading Stranger in the Lake, and I want to just give my final thoughts now, but it's been a few days since the last clip. So I'm gonna do this as briefly as possible, but overall I would give Stranger in the Lake a 3.5. I felt like this was another average thriller, very similar to The Drowning. I felt like there wasn't enough thriller moments and scenes throughout this book, and it wasn't super suspenseful for me. I like my thriller books to have a lot of suspenseful moments throughout the entirety of the book, rather than just like the last section or like finale. So that's something that I was a little bit disappointed in. I felt like a lot of this book was mainly setup and character building. I think it's a very character-driven book because we are learning a lot about our main character, about some of her morals and her philosophy. We also learn about her past and the past of her husband and her husband's friends. So I think that this is more character-driven and slower than the type of thriller that I like to read. So that was why I would give it like an average rating. I definitely still enjoyed it throughout the book, and I didn't feel like it was a chore to pick up, so that's always good. I also thought that the ending was slightly predictable. I kind of realized which characters were going to be more important and significant to the plot, and that led me to have certain ideas about who was responsible for some of the crimes that happened. So I do have to say that it was slightly predictable, and the ending of the book had a weird sort of pacing. Some points it felt like it was rushing through the ending. We were just trying to like wrap up all of the loose ends, and then there were also other moments in the ending where I felt like there was a lot of explanation and info dumping that made it seem a little bit slow. And I felt like in this book it was more so just not getting a lot of information throughout, just having all of these questions, and then in the end everything was just thrown at you, which is something that I don't like. There was a lot of like familial drama that seemed almost put there for like shock value, even though it didn't really shock me. I don't know, that's not really like my type of thriller, and so I didn't enjoy it as much as I wanted to. I think the premise sounded a lot more intriguing to me than the actual delivery. So overall, 3.5. I did enjoy it, but it wasn't my favorite. So that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading vlog, and please let me know in the comments if there's anything that you would like to see from me in terms of videos, in terms of reading vlogs. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope everybody has a wonderful day today. Bye guys!